I said to my wife, we've been there before, and they have very nice signings, but it's an independent store and a little smaller, and they have a nice speaking room, and we went there and I did 45 minutes of speaking, and then we were about 3 hours, so it started at 5, we were out of there at 8:30 and heading back into San Francisco. Now it was a Saturday night, and I knew that we were not going to get reservations in a really good restaurant. My wife's still waiting. It's been 2 years for a good dinner on the road. And so I said, Michael, do you know any really fine restaurant that we could get in at 9 o'clock at night in San Francisco? And he said, my favorite restaurant. You will love my favorite restaurant. It's the best restaurant in San Francisco. I said, well, okay. What is it called? He said, it's called the Brazen Head. And I thought, he's driving, and I'm thinking, Brazen Head. Brazen cooked at a high temperature, heads cooked at a high temperature, brazen, bold, shameless heads cooked at a high temperature. But it's Saturday night, and there's nowhere else to find a restaurant, I don't think. So I said, all right, why don't you take us there? And then I hear him on his phone in the car up front saying, very VIP, very VIP. And I hate that. When we make reservations, we never do that. We usually use my wife's maiden name, if it's someplace where that might matter. So I'm thinking, oh no. And he says, everything's arranged. They're going to have a table for you. So he takes us into a part of San Francisco. We cross the bridge and we're back in the city. But we're in a part of the city I've never seen before. And it's one dark warehouse after another. And at one point we pass what has to be between two grungy, huge, dark warehouses at 9 o'clock at night, a little Motel 6. It had to be the worst Motel 6 in the world. And we pass that, and we're not in anything except industrial and warehouses. And he pulls to the curb, and it's a 3-lane street, and the traffic's moving on it. There's nowhere to park, but he parks in one of the lanes of traffic. And he says, it's right back there. And there, between the warehouses, there's a walkway. There's no sign of a restaurant. There is a light way, way back there, but it's a dim kind of light. And he says, you stay in the car, and I'll go back and make sure your table's ready so you don't have to wait. And he got out of the car, closed the door, and we watched him walk back and Gerda and I sat in the car very silently for about 30 or 40 seconds, and Gerda said, in the movies, this is where the limo blows up.